So I heard y'all wanted to learn how to pluck your wig, and in this video you'll learn exactly that. So to start off, I just flattened the front of the wig with some wax and a hot comb and laid it down really flat. See, I have a wig head now, but before I had a wig head, I would put the wig on my knee and pluck it on there. So you could do that if you don't have a wig head. Now to start off, I just go by sporadically, just plucking wherever it seems necessary. Making sure to get rid of that hairline so you don't look like a man. And I kept doing this for a minute. Make sure you don't pluck too much on the front because that's where you want your edges to be. I was plucking pretty sporadically for a minute. I was just jumping from place to place. I do this so it doesn't look too bald in one area. After that, I sectioned off some hair 1 inch away from the hairline, and this is the pluck where the real hairline will be at since I will be doing edges on this wig. So I pulled that out and secured it out, and I made sure it wasn't a straight line. Flatten that part back so you can get a clear view of what you're looking at and start plucking. I started plucking in a skip method. I was plucking in one space and then skipped another space and started plucking in the space next to it. This gives more of like a hairline look, and especially because the hairs that you pulled back to the front are going to be your edges, so this essentially will be the hairline. So I kept using the skip method, and wherever I just felt that needed to be plucked, I plucked it out. And it's good to use these types of tweezers because you can get a nice grip on all the hairs. Not too much on my dirty comb. Keep combing it out just so you can get the hairs that you already plucked out the way. After plucking that, I pulled the hairs back to see where I was at, and I just keep doing this over and over again until I feel that it's plucked enough. I know the blonde hair is a little bit hard to see on camera, but off camera I could see it fine, and even on camera I see that hairline, so we definitely got to get rid of that right now. And when you're plucking the hairline, make sure you get the knots and not just the pieces of hair. You gotta like really get the knots out so there's no any white dots or black dots. For when it's black hair, you get the whole knot. As you can see right here, I just took it all out. Each individual hair is knotted up into the lace, so that's what the knots are. And to get rid of the knots, you have to take it from the root. When you are getting close to the knots, make sure you're not ripping too hard, or else you will make a hole into the lace, and that's not pretty. The time it took for me to pluck this wig was about like 30 minutes. So if you think that it's gonna be done in like 2 minutes, think again. Even though it looks good right now, I'm still going in for more. So right here I'm sectioning off like 2 inches this time off of the hairline and plucking that. And I'm still using the skip method just to thin out the hairline because it was really thick. This was a thick blonde wig. And it really depends on how thick your wig is on how long you're gonna be plucking for. And it also depends if your wig comes pre-plucked also. But some pre-plucked wigs don't be pre-plucked all the way, so sometimes you just have to go in and do it yourself. But if you look really closely, you'll see the spaces between the hair where I plucked and where I didn't. And not only the front needs to be plucked, the sides of the wig, the sideburns also. This is 1/2 of the wig done. It's looking pretty natural, and it's still thick, so I'm going in again. I don't know about y'all, but I'm a perfectionist when it comes to stuff like this, so it needs to look good no matter what. And this gotta be one of the strongest hairlines I ever come across, so I'm plucking that hairline out. No hairline, we don't need a shape up. Even with all this plucking, it still looks thick, so I just keep going over and over again until I feel satisfied with what I have. I like looking at a very natural hairline, but if you don't like that look, you can just stop whenever you want. It's all depending on how you want it to be plucked. This part will have hair all over your floor, brushing that hair out after you pluck. I only plucked one half of it, but if you look closely, you'll see the difference. But now I'll be going in on the other side. Right here, I'm doing exactly what I did to the other half. You just gotta keep repeating the same steps over and over again until you get your desired look. So this is the finished look, and this is how it looked before. Plucking is very simple. You just can't overdo it sometimes. And using the sporadic and skip space skip method, you'll be able to complete this look on your wig too. Bye, y'all.